Hi, good afternoon. It's Karen Sullivan, and welcome to the second episode of Life, Health, and More. And we're talking about healthy weight today. You can see I've got my stuff all in the back here that are canisters of the protein, and we'll be talking about that later. But I've had so many requests for people asking about weight loss, and occasionally somebody needs to gain weight. That can be a real problem for some people, but it's mostly weight loss. And so I decided that we're going to talk about that today, and I'd like you to be open-minded. I'm going to ask you to shift your perspective and what you might be doing now and listening to, and whether you're watching television or you're reading magazines or books or anything, I think that it's important for you to listen to me with an open mind. Okay? So first I have to share something with you. This is my grandson, and if you didn't realize it, I'm a new grandmother. Isn't he too cute? I am sure that my son posed him for this. He's really not that old. He's just sitting at 9 months now, I believe. So anyway, they're in Nebraska, so I get to see them occasionally. They're a 6-hour drive from us, but I just had to share that. I've had that picture since 4th of July. My daughter-in-law sent it to me, so I just thought it was fun. And so Anthony is sitting here watching me today. Anyway, so I wanted to say something that I have a very strong opinion about the word weight loss. Although, yes, you're right, it is in the title of my very first book. But let me explain something. When we're talking about weight loss, I feel like it's really kind of it's not a term that really depicts what we want to do. Like, if you lose something, let's say you lost your keys. Well, don't you want them back? I mean, you need to go to work. You need to be able to get to the store. You need to start your car or get in your house. So losing something means you really want to get it back. So I always try to say, well, I'm not trying to lose weight, but I'm trying to dump the weight that I have and get fit and get healthy. So I like to refer to it as healthy weight. So that's why this program is called Healthy Weight. So I saw a few people had commented and answered the poll that I had earlier in the week about how many times have you tried to do a weight loss routine and diet, for lack of a better word, and had to repeat it because you gained the weight back. And I remember one person said, too many times to count, or more times than I care to mention. Somebody said 5 or more, LOL. But if you haven't answered that, then just tell me in the comment section. See, underneath me, there's the comment section. Comments, it says comments, and just, tell me how many now. Let me know that you're there, okay, so that I can try to answer your questions as we're going along. If you need to, you can private message me, and I will get back to you later after the show. But for right now, I might not be talking actively to everybody, but that's because I'm new at this and I don't want to interrupt the flow of the show. Okay? So we're not caring to lose weight. We're caring to get fit and to be healthy. So before I get into the skinny of the show, everybody needs to tell me that they're here and make some comments or likes or give me a heart or give me a crying face that you don't want to talk about this subject matter at all. But let me know that you're here. And you do know that every time you make a comment, you answer questions, you contact me in some way about a program, about the topic of a program, you earn a point. And the point gets you credit toward winning the door prize. And the door prize is a copy of my book, The Zen of Weight Loss. And I wrote this along with Jerry Levesque, and this came out in 2013. I think we published in 2013. And it's just, yes, 2013. It's hard to remember, right? But the Zen of Weight Loss, and I use that title because we are talking about how to lose weight, and the general public understands that. The word Zen, the Zen means mindfulness. And so people need to understand that I am not a Buddhist, but rather I am an all-American Christian, whatever, church-going individual, but I was trying to get people to understand what the tagline is: a mindful, livable approach to fitness is what I'm trying to teach through this book. Okay. And Jerry worked with me on this, and I feel that it's a great book. So you would win this copy. If you live locally, I will get it to you in person. If you live far away, I will mail you the book. Not me. I'll just mail the book to you. I would love to come visit, though, at some point. So after a couple of years, I want to tell you about the other book that I have, or that Jerry and I have, is called Your Perfect Food Plan. Okay, so Your Perfect Food Plan is an accompaniment to the Zen of Weight Loss. For years, as I'm coaching people and I'm telling them, well, you need to track your food. You need to understand how your body responds to food. And we'll talk in much more detail later. But everybody always looked like a deer in headlights, and they just stare at me and go, I don't know what that means. I don't get it. What does it mean? How do I journal? It's not a diary. It is an active accounting, and certainly you become like the science experiment. So as the science experiment, you're tracking down everything. You write down the food that you have eaten during the day, and then how you feel later in the day, and even the next day. And there can be adverse responses occasionally to food. I've had clients that end up having pain in their joints, in their feet, when they know that they've eaten carbohydrate. I just worked with a client this weekend that said she noticed that when she ate processed meat in the form of a sausage, it was like a sausage patty, that what she noticed was that almost as soon as it hit her stomach, it burned, and it was really uncomfortable. But it didn't happen with anything else that she was eating on her plate. It was just that. So she was pretty much able to say, yeah, I think I better back off of this and try something else. Okay. Now, this book is a journaling book. Okay. And so if you see here, it has 52 weeks worth. It has different comments, and then the lines so that you can write over the course of the week. You can make little notations, and in the back there are just lined pages so that you can write more things, your observations. And this is important, very important, because until you're eating your own diet, every single client that I work with has their own diet, okay? I'm not asking you to do the all food and nothing good, all junk food diet, or I don't want to name any diet programs out there, but any of the diet programs that are out there, I'm not asking you to do those. Certainly you can try to apply some of their concepts to your body specifically, but you ultimately are doing your diet. I do the Karen diet, and Mary does the Mary diet, Jerry does the Jerry diet. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to build a diet program for yourself. So one of the things that is the first step is you have to decide why it is that you want to do this. Okay, it's different than a goal. It is your why. It is your motivation. It is your deepest desire and your heartfelt desire to be able to take care of this weight. Whether it's, I want to play with my grandchildren and not have to end up sitting in a chair watching them play, to, I want to live longer. I have family members who have died from diabetes or complications with obesity, whatever the precept may be, whatever it is, you have to figure it out. So I'd like to read to you from the Zen of Weight Loss, and this is page 80 for those of you that have a copy. And if you don't have a copy, contact me in comments and let me know. Let's talk about it. So, expect to change, okay? Before setting a goal for comfortably wearing your ideal size, figure out why you want to be that size. Discovering the deep motivation for each goal energizes successful planning. Otherwise, you'll be easily distracted. Have you ever experienced any of these scenarios? You got a plan, heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend that it really works fast. You tried it for a whole week. It didn't change the scales. Done. Found another friend who had another plan, so pitched the first plan to do the new plan. Frustrated without the success, went back to square one, and we'll try to figure this out later. Doing what you've always done and expecting different results is often quoted definition of insanity. Claim your goals as rightful possessions that frame your fitness plan. Your why, the reason you're trying, is the power that ignites each goal. The quest isn't just pursuing the goal of fitness, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to exude confidence through competence. Your persona will reflect self-worth. You will trust your gut, and your heart will make good choices. It's an identity that you're building, okay? So, adjust to change. Your why should be something you dream about. It's more than a daydream. A why is your ambition, aspiration, and purpose. So what I recommend in the workshops that I do is that you come up with a reason. And it can be as simple as, I want to go to a dance and I want to wear a size whatever, X. And then you look at that as a reason, as a why, and you go, well, that's okay, but why does that matter? Now, the important thing is you never share that why with other people, because what it does, it kind of dissipates the energy. You want to claim it as yours. You want it to be in you, private, personal. I don't even let my clients tell me their why beyond the first thing. They hire me and they say, hey, I want to be fit and going to a class reunion, and I don't want to have this extra weight on me. Okay, great. Then they're instructed to go home and figure out why that's so important to them. Now, where they go from there, I don't know. I don't want to hear what it is, because it's deeply personal. You're talking about your heart's desire. You're talking something that is very, very personal. And sometimes clients, as they're discovering that, it brings them to tears. So it's something that means a whole lot to you. To talk about it doesn't make, just dissipates, as I said before. For example, have you ever had a dream? You wake up from the dream and it seems really incredible. It was incredibly weird. It was incredibly uplifting, whatever. Well, great. You want to tell the dream, and as you begin to talk about it, it seems weird and it doesn't have the impact, and people stare at you like they're confused and they think you're a little crazy. So that's why we're not going to share our why, okay? So, you guys along with me here? Are you here? And you can tell me, are you okay? Did you like that? Good. Okay, so here's something that I want you, the first shift, talking about the why, but the first shift in thinking about diets is that you don't fail a diet fails you. Yeah, really. They're the ones, the diet's bad. It's not you that's bad. And this chart shows why diets fail you. Now look. You've got the diet. See it up here in the corner? Right? So you've got it up here. Whoops, get my finger over here. Diet. Okay, so you just decrease your calories. Alrighty, and you've got a famine response in the body, because the body says, oh my goodness, we're starving to death. So you stop. You fall off the diet. Then it increases the calories and you start to gain weight, right? And you're overweight now, so you have to repeat it. So you start another diet. So that's the cycle. That's why it happens, because your body is losing it, okay? Not losing the weight, but not able to stay in control with you. So the ZWL approach to diet is for you to chart exactly what it is that you're eating and follow it. Now, if I can do a shout out to Crystal Grimes. Crystal, I know you work during the day, but Crystal worked with me. I coached her for years, and I was always impressed with her journal. I don't know if she's still keeping it because she's on her own now and has made some incredible changes and everything. And some of that stuff that she went through, we also worked with meditation and finding a center and, not being stressed out. But her journal so impressed me because she didn't use a 6x9 spiral book. She used a regular size 8.5 by 11 spiral notebook. And she would have, when the journal was open, the 2-page spread was her journal. And she would talk about, here's the food, here's what I had, this is how I felt, this was my workout, these were the things if she had done reading in the morning, and some of the stuff that she might have realized during the process of her reading. She was doing a devotional reading, or she was reading something about fitness. Okay. So that gave her a blueprint for what her body was doing and how her mind was handling it, because truly a lot of the fat's between your ears. The things that you decide and think about are right in here, in between the ears. And so whether you are able to stay with a program or not depends on a whole lot of other factors, okay? So what I have always said is you need to make one change at a time. That's it. One change at a time. Okay? In the diet or not. If you're interested in getting a copy, I can send you a copy of an article from Reader's Digest. What I need you to do is to go to my blog webpage, which is ZWLCoaching.com, and that comes from the Zen of Weight Loss. See, Zen, ZWL Coaching.com, ZWLCoaching.com. And of course, it's not only the Zen of Weight Loss, but it's a zesty, wonderful life, because that's what we want, right? We want to have a great life. So ZWLCoaching.com, sign up with your email address so that you will get a notification when you have when I have a new post that I've put, okay? And then I'll have your email, and then I can send you the article, okay? I'm going to be sending it, which will give you a whole new perspective about eating. Okay, that said, I'd like to talk to you about the products. I had said in one of my early posts that to tell you about your homework was to go on my site that has the Shaklee products, and as you see right behind me, there's all of the shakes here. Okay, this is a this is the strawberry canister, and I'm gonna have to hold it down because I need a trombone to be able to read the little print. But I use this. You can use it for about 2 meals a day. The recommendation is to, when you're doing the 180 diet program, which of course it's still your diet, because using one of these shakes is an entire meal plan, and it gives you all the nutrition. Oftentimes with a diet, you guys don't eat right, and you're not getting the nutrients that you need in your body. And that is as bad as not having enough food. And that's also a contributing thing when it comes to the body thinking that you're in famine stage. Okay? So I use this for breakfast in the morning. Sometimes people use it in the afternoon or evening, for lunch, or they'll use it for dinner and eat one really nice, well-rounded meal a day. So I have a picture here. I'm going to show you the picture first, and then I'm going to read it to you because I don't have it memorized. This is what a healthy meal looks like. Okay? So it has a half a cup to 1 cup of whole grain, like a brown rice, a quinoa, a gluten-free pasta, 4 ounces of protein, and you can do, chicken, pork, salmon, grass-fed beef, trying to go with the stuff that doesn't have any kind of chemicals in it. You can do tofu, although between you and I think it's incredibly boring. I mean, maybe I'm not cooking it right, but for years I used to be a vegetarian, and no, it didn't work for me. I'll get into that another day. It just didn't work for me, okay? Unlimited vegetables. Focus on colorful options, greens, reds, oranges, and fill at least half of your plate, okay? Then you want to make sure you're getting a healthy fat. Now, I use just straight olive oil drizzled over my salad, maybe with a little salt and a little pepper. Sometimes not the salt, but and then you can do, and olive oil is a great source of the good healthy fat, which is the monounsaturated fats, okay? Avocado is a good thing. You can have a half a cup of shredded cheese, which is not, it's saturated fat, but it's still a good fat to have, okay? You still need fat in your body. You still need fat in your body. So this article that I'm going to send to you, I need your email address, so you have to go to ZWLcoaching.com so that I can capture your email and then send you the stuff. Now, I will never sell it. I will never let anybody else send you stuff because in the first place, I don't know how to do that, and I would not, that's betraying a trust. So I would not do that, okay? So this menu here that you're seeing, this photograph, is talking about portion control. That's where this comes in for me, okay? Because you get the nutrients and you have the portions that are just perfect. I have one of these at about between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. I make a shake and I mix it with almond milk. And you guys have seen on my Life Health and More page here on Facebook that I have some videos of having mixed it. I mix it in a shaker, in a Tupperware shaker, which really works for me because it's a perfect amount. Okay. I go, like this morning, I went and I taught a cardio interval class. I taught weightlifting, and then I ran around with the preschoolers can exercise. And then mommy and me, there was only one little boy, and he doesn't want to play with me. He wants the other children there. So then I went ahead upstairs and I trained a lady. So I didn't come back here to eat to my home till 11:45. And I was fine. Somebody had given me a tomato. I mixed up some tuna and sliced a tomato and had that for my lunch. And it was fantastic. I wasn't really hungry until the point where I got home and I thought, I'm going to eat this tomato, okay? So it's a great way to get the nutrition that you need. Now, on that page, there is also this product, which is Metabolic Boost, okay? It has leucine in it, and it helps you to burn fat and maintain your muscle, okay? And then the energizing tea, for those of you who used to take my body sculpting class that was at night at 6 o'clock, they were always so amazed that I had so much energy, since I'm always up since 5 a.m. and then I work all day and then I come back to teach a class. Well, this is the green tea that worked so well for me. So it's wonderful. Plus, I would be able to drink it before a 6 o'clock class and still be able to go home and go to bed. Not at 7, but I would go to bed 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay? So that's what I want to say, is I think that these products are great. You can get to my webpage, Karen Sullivan Life Coach. Wait a minute, I think I have, yeah. Okay, you can go to the ZWL Coaching, and through there you can get to this site, kslc.myshackley.com, Karen Sullivan Life Coach. And on there it has the 180 program, and you can look at the different supplements and everything, and specifically this program. When you are using these, I have a concierge fitness program for people who are taking this product line regularly, put it on auto ship, and then I do coaching every month, which is like $100 a month value. Okay, and that's my rock bottom price. Really, it's supposed to be $480. for 3 months, and I have knocked the price down to $300 for people who are not using products, and I'm doing coaching with them. So the opportunity for you to get a really great product and then coaching also is huge, and it gets you really jump started before the holidays. Why do the holidays matter? It's really, we want to get jump started now, okay? So all of those things in combination can really help you to get a handle on things, and the coaching that I would do would help you to direct where you want to go with your fitness program and making lifestyle changes. So anybody want to comment? Do I have any takers out there that have something to tell me? Otherwise, I think we're going to wrap this up. And if you have any questions, private message me, or you can comment on this. This will stay up on my site. I will pin it to the top of the Life, Health, and More page. And I thank you so much for coming. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye now.